Hey Kids Zone team, I have some updates I want to give you for the month of October, but first I want to give a shout out to a couple of people on our team that have just been really doing an awesome job in Kids Zone, and I love working with you guys. I am so appreciative of you. All of you are incredible. I could not do Kids Zone without you guys, so I appreciate you. But I just want to give a shout out to two people in particular. The first person is Tess Kayashko. Tess started serving in our Saturday night service this summer, right after Kids Kaboom. And many of you might remember Tess because she made an impact on a young girl's life who was a foster child who was dropped off for Kids Kaboom. And Tess was in the parking lot as one of our greeters, and she was dancing and making everyone feel wonderful and welcomed. And this one little girl just started laughing as soon as she saw Tess, and it really warmed her up and prepared her for her day at Kids Kaboom. And so ever since then, Tess had started serving in Kids Zone and just been doing an awesome job. So Tess, I'm really proud of you. I know that every time you're there, I love your willingness. I love your attitude. Many times you've even thanked me for giving you something to do. And I just love your heart. I love your willingness to serve and setting that example for the girls that are in Kids Zone. There's always a group of girls that want to sit with Tess, and the girls that are in her group love her. And she's just doing a great job building that connection with kids and really investing and giving her all whenever she is there. So thank you, Tess. I'm really proud of you and super excited and glad that you're on our Kids Zone team. And the other person that I wanted to acknowledge is Ethan Wagner. Ethan started serving as well this summer, also after Kids Kaboom. And Ethan was one of our door guards at Kids Kaboom, making sure that the kids were safe. And then he actually felt like he really wanted to get involved with kids ministry. And we talked, and I was like, yeah, you need to start serving in Kids Zone. And Ethan, you've been also just incredibly faithful. I love that you're always looking for, anything else that you can do. And what stands out to me the most about you is your ability to see a child that might be a little more challenging or might be sitting by themselves. And it's so evident that you have such a heart for the boys that are in your small group, or even if they're not. I just love that you're intentional, that you're looking out for these other kids. You have such a caring environment that you bring, and you're setting an example of what it is to follow Jesus for these boys. And so I appreciate you and everything you're doing for Kids Zone. I'm proud of you, and seeing you grow as a small group leader is super awesome. So just wanted to start things off with honoring those two guys for Tess and for Ethan. You guys are doing awesome. For the month of October, guys, this is all about living connected. This is something we're talking about as a church. And what that means in Kids Zone is we want to really do one major focus this month, and that's to challenge our kids to invite their friends to come to church. And we make this super simple. As you guys know, we normally have a big event at the end of October that in the past was called Candy Town. This year, it's our first ever trunk or treat. I have a fun little invite card that just came in the mail this week. Everything is awesome. So our theme is a Lego Master Builder theme, but it's a trunk or treat. So we're going to bring actual cars, into our concourse. We're going to pack the trunks with candy, and every car is themed to one of the characters in the Lego movie. So we're bringing in a car that looks like a Batmobile. We're bringing in a car that's going to look like a unicorn car for Unikitty, some motorcycles, and then we also want to have some really crazy things in the parking lot. We're getting a bulldozer. We're getting a DeLorean car, which if you guys have seen Back to the Future, it's the car where the sides of the doors like go up in the air, so it's called a DeLorean. But anyway, we're gonna have some really fun things for the kids that weekend, and it's so super easy for them to invite their friends. And we want to make sure we are really constantly talking about this. Like, guys, you need to invite your friends to church, not just so they can get a ton of candy and have a blast, but so they can hear about Jesus. We're gonna present a clear gospel message in all of our weekend services, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be epic. So that's our number one thing this month, is we want to help kids connect with other kids, inviting them to church to hear about Jesus. And a challenge I want to throw out to you guys as leaders is, who are you inviting? Okay, so I know we're talking about the kids inviting their friends. We're going to give them cards, talk this up all month long, but I want to challenge each of you. Who can you invite to church this month? It doesn't have to be for trunk or treat. It can be for anything else. It can be for Red. It can be for your small group that meets on Wednesday or another night, or it can be a weekend service that's not trunk or treat. But I want us to all be thinking about this, like, who can I personally invite to church? I know I personally reconnected with a couple girls that I worked with when I worked in the bank about 7 years ago, and it's been on my mind with them, how can I invite them to come to church and to be part of what's happening here because neither of them are believers. And so keep your eyes open for that, asking the Lord, who am I supposed to invite? And then bring that into the conversation in your small groups with your kids. So you can be really honest, like, guys, we're talking about who we're inviting, and I'm inviting my friend from school, and I'm really excited, and talk about what you're doing so that the kids are getting comfortable with that too. I think it's interesting that our theme for the month is actually courage. And so for some kids, it might be a little scary to talk to someone and invite them to church, but we don't want them to feel afraid. We want them to feel empowered. And so the more we're talking about it and thinking about it, and giving them tools like this that they can invite their friends, it just makes it easier and super fun because we're all doing it together. So that is the big thing this month. And then we're also going to have some fun features of some of our small group leaders in KidZone. Some of you guys, I've been talking to you about your secret special talents. Some of you can sing or play instruments or dance or do gymnastics. And so we're going to actually have some of you guys perform in KidZone as part of our theme about courage. And it's a talent show theme this month, which you'll see in all of our videos. So lots of fun happening. Really excited for you guys to show off your talents. But the main thing again is getting kids to connect with their friends and invite them to church, and thinking, who am I inviting to church myself as a leader? So I love you guys. I'm praying for you, and I will see you very soon. Thanks, guys.